Hey, what's up to my friends around the world, and especially Libby Munn out there. Well, I want to show you something on YouTube today. These are the rocks I got for the last few years, and plus I got these rocks. I'll show you one of these pieces here, if you can see it. It's a piece of Sicilian. I got at least about a month ago, before I went on my 16-day road trip last year. Not last year, this year. Okay, sorry about that. See the layers in the rock? This is volcanic rock that you usually could find at least about 25, 30 miles outside Delta, Utah. This stuff is they make little spears out of them and all kinds of stuff. I even got big chunks of rocks. A big chunk of rock, like I was saying in my blogs, and it was a lot bigger than this. Like maybe 15 to 20, 30 pounds. Also, I'll show you a little bit more about the rock I got here. This is some more of the Sicilian rock I got. If I can get you guys to see it in the angle of the light. There we go. And it looks pretty good. That's what it actually looks like. Let me try the other one again, and I'll give you another one to show you. See, you guys can see it a little bit better. There we go. I'm just playing with my dad's camera trying this out because I've never done this before. See the layers of the rock? That's the Sicilian rock. Yeah, you can tell that's a volcano the way the little holes in it and all that stuff. When you pick this stuff in the heat, it usually when the sun shines up on it, it usually will make it feel hotter on the rock. Also, let me see if you guys can see this one. This is some more Sicilian rock I got here. This is a big one, but I got something larger than this. But I'll show you some more about it. You can see the layers on it. That's what it looks like outside of the rock when they look like. And that's what it looks like here. If you guys can see it, yeah, I know you guys can see it very well. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what they look like. But they make little balls out of them, like wizard spears and stuff out of them. That's what they do. And this is some volcano rock I found in northern New Mexico last month ago. I don't know, guys, you can see it very well. And it was outside Indian Navajo Nation, but I found it on the side of the road. But they actually got some of this stuff, and they probably use it for charcoal and barbecue and all kinds of stuff. And it's pretty cool. But it's pretty good. But we usually do a lot of rock hauling during the winter, like I was telling you in my blogs and to all my friends on Stickcam and even on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, but we also got done a lot of that stuff like back in 2008. But this one, I gotta show you this big piece. But I got bigger pieces than this. But if you're in the Oklahoma area, like Olivia Munn goes to Oklahoma every time when she visits her parents. If you're on the way to Arkansas, and have you guys ever been to the Ozarks? There's a place called Mount Ida where they sell a lot of stuff. Sometimes you might be able to find some locals where they can actually get you some of the stuff half the cost and compared to gem stores. This is some quartz crystals. They also come in very large sizes. I'm showing you how big they are, but they're pretty neat in what they are. It's probably how they used that movie in Superman with all the cool green things and stuff. This is like, you have to clean it off with some special baking powder stuff they have to give you there at any rock shop stuff. And it's usually clay when it builds up in the whole thing, but when it comes out clear, it usually comes out this clear. And they got bigger rocks than this. You can actually find. These are quartz crystals. But for Olivia Munn, I think you'll like something like this to put on your display on your wall or anything like that. Something unique. And I'd just rather go get it for myself if I was you, or go find it at the local farmers where they sell the stuff on their land. That's where I got this stuff from, in buckets of stuff. So when I went on my road trip back in 2008. Then after that hurricane stuff happened, it didn't actually hit down there or damage, and that's why I stayed in Atlanta for 3 days once. And after that, about a month later, my dad got a call from his dad, and he was having a 5-way bypass in Oklahoma City. So that's why I had stayed there for 13 days once. And after that, we had to wait for those 13 days. Everything went very well. Then, during the point, we went to Arkansas and got these in the Ozarks. I spent at least maybe about a day and a half to go there, but if you're going to do that, be able to bring some 3G gear when you go there, because the Wi-Fi places are kind of lame in those areas, but sometimes you might be able to get on some free hotspots in those neighborhoods, but you have to look around. But especially if you want to get something really worth some money on that quartz, just go to Mount Ida, Arkansas. It's right in the Ozark Mountains, no problems. You can go there and do all your things. Also, you can look at the rock shops where they sell them, but my best bet is ask one of the local people. And they might know a friend, they might know where they can get a bunch of that stuff. But I'm saying that after that point, my grandpa, when he had that bypass, he just passed away a year later after that. But it's just too many stories about what I know. But well, in 2010, that's why I did a lot of rock hounding over the desert this year. In Delta area, especially over west of Salt Lake City, even out by the Bonneville Flats, where you get some nice agates out there, the finest agates out there, right outside near the Bonneville Flats where I've actually been, in those mountains up there. That's where you actually find some good agates, but you have to know where they're at. And also, we also got like 300 pounds of geos during this year, during the winter, over during February or March when it was really cold. We actually went down toward near Delta, somewhere near there, and we went to a place where they actually were digging up geos and stuff like that. But it's a public place where we can collect geos all the time. But we got almost like 300 pounds of it when we load up that Scion that day. It was a lot of geo rocks we had. Those little purple things, you can get them like round balls. I'm telling you, I got a lot of valuable stuff this year. But for me, one day, I don't know if I ever get a chance, but I'd like to get one of those ruby rings, blood ruby rings, or go find some rubies for myself. Like, if I have to go all the way to India to get the real stuff, I might have to do that, because I want the dark rubies one day. But every rock gem show, I can't even find one of those big chunk of rubies, like the big thing about that big, or about that small, something like that, or a little bit average for ring size. But that's what I'm saying. Well, Olivia Munn, and to all my friends out there, I appreciate what I'm saying. You guys have a wonderful weekend during this week. I just want to show y'all some little rocks I got. And I just want to show it to Olivia Munn. So, just want to let you know I do a lot of rock hunting sometimes, once in a great while. But sometimes we do it in the winter if we get bored and plus like that. Plus, we got rose quartz. Big chunks of heavy rock, about 80 pounders, between 70 pounders, out of the 80 miles outside of northwest Georgia down toward LaRange, Georgia, somewhere near there. And we did that back in April 2008 last year. So we got some of that stuff down in storage we kept. We couldn't take it with us to Utah from Florida, but I chunked that rock by myself. A 60 pounder, what I did once. And we were working on it all day. My sister did and all that. And it felt like the day we won the lottery or something like that. But I'm talking about rose quartz. I'm talking about the real fine rose quartz. Where you have the little shiny stars on them. That's what they are. But I'm talking about, it was a hard working to chop it, but chop it out with a chisel and everything and all that. That's me drinking me a full throttle energy drink during that morning. Was like 30 degrees out. Then it warmed up to like 80 degrees during that day. Then started working at it and got my big prize well worth. But when you go to these places with like gym rocking and stuff like that, sometimes you get your money's worth from what you gotta go and you gotta go with. That's how it works. Well, you have a good weekend. Have a wonderful, and hope everything goes well, very well for all my friends out there, and especially Olivia Munn. And you have a good one, and I appreciate that. Thanks.